Hello, that's not supposed to happen.
The following message is from the Lockdown Gambling Show. The following program contains strong language that may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. But now...
It's showtime, buddy!
I don't know. Hello, everyone. Quick second. This week's football show. Whoa. Time for the Lockdown Gambling Show. Now we're ready. Welcome in to a Week 5 edition of the Lockdown Gambling Show. I am your host, as always, at AJ Brault, Big Al if you're nasty. And with me today, as always, my sorcerers of the spread. We start, as always, with the Parlay Kid himself, who I don't know how he did this week. Let's ask him, shall we? There he is. CB.
Hi.
How did you do gambling this week? I don't think I ever asked you.
I was going a little crazy with bigger parlays. So
That's your whole thing. That's why we call you the Parlay Kid.
That's my thing.
How
And
did you?
I was only off one or two games, so
you
not
lost.
terrible.
So you
Not
lost.
terrible.
But you lost.
But I lost.
But you lost. And
I'm apologizing to all the fans of the show. I'm coming back. I will come back.
We'll get to your horrible locks in a minute here. But we got to introduce the other guys. Also joining us, now fully over COVID and just basically running his own daddy daycare from said daddy daycare, it's Jody Brault.
Peace out. Chris, you suck. I'd get off the parlays.
I'm not going to stop.
Costs you more. It costs you more. You can't even pick right on this show, for God's sakes.
Oh,
I'm coming back.
Yeah,
our
you're coming
records-
back, all right.
Next week, our discussion is going to be how I came back, and I came back fierce.
Well,
On a
can I
tough week. This is a tough week.
You're my little bro, so I'll give you all the credit. I'll back you.
All right, thanks.
Well, let me just tell you, before we bring Dustin in, because he already knows, I was your winner last week on my picks. I went 4-0-1. We all pushed on it was the Baltimore-Buffalo game. So Baltimore was +3, ended with 3, so we all had a push there. So yeah, winner hot last week. If you bet me, you won money. Jody actually did pretty good. He was 3-1-1. Sean and Dustin 2-2-1. Actually, Chris, CB 2-2-1 as well. So everyone had a good week. If you bet us, you didn't lose money.
What
So,
was
there's
the
that.
loss I had? I don't remember.
It was the Miami game. You took Miami over Cincinnati.
Oh, I did that too.
And I was hot on Cincinnati. Nailed it. Everyone had Miami. I was the lone wolf on Cincinnati. Pulled
Yeah,
it
you
off.
lone wolfed
But before we go any further, let's bring in my Lockdown Corner podcast co-host who joins us today with a swollen ankle, Dustin Burgundy. And there he goes. And here he's I don't know why you keep getting booted from the stream. Oh, there you are.
Your internet sucks right now.
My internet's terrible. So it's bad. I'm going to apologize to y'all at home. My internet is having some serious issues. They're putting fiber optic in my front yard, it appears. So it's a little sketchy. So it might be a little gross tonight. But Dustin, welcome to the show. How's the ankle feeling?
Oh, it is very black and blue. Would you guys like to see?
I'd like to see it.
Sure, I'll show you how bad this ankle is swollen right now. Let me quick flip you
Why don't
around.
you just tape it up? Oh, yeah, look at that.
Oh, geez.
Jesus!
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys can see from the backside, but she's pretty swollen back there too.
Oh, then I take back.
We cannot. We see a very hairy calf.
Sorry,
I
but
take
it's
back everything. Dustin, I take everything I said before you got on the air. I called you
thought you were
names.
milking it.
I called you names
You
that we
did-
can't
you
see
called
here
them-
because it could be inappropriate if people read it the wrong way.
Oh no, this baby is swollen up like a balloon right now. She is swollen. But hey,
So you're not
I-
playing
He
this
said,
weekend?
"Oh."
I give it a 1% chance. Literally, like it's under 1% chance. Like it's just not going to
Well,
happen.
I think that qualifies.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent news story.
Breaking news.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Right now!
Dustin Burgundy has been downgraded to questionable for this week's game at Lake. So
You can put me down as doubtful.
oh
Very
wow,
doubtful.
he's even downgraded. That's also breaking news. I'm not going to play the sounder
They
again.
should put you down as BD. Very doubtful.
Very doubtful.
That's not what you mean.
I heard BD and I got scared a little bit.
Problematic.
Yeah,
But,
I didn't.
anyway.
One quick thing before we move on. I did not hit the NFL bets as well, but I nailed
Oh yes,
the college parlays. Boom, baby!
tell
out the
people you're a
park.
big winner.
So I think it was a 16 parlay, $10. I won $262.
Hell yeah.
$10
16
bet.
college.
16 college parlay for $10, $262.
Okay.
I was
Hey, you
You
know you
know-
only got a certain amount of time to cash that in.
60 days.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I learned the hard way. I on my birthday put a $5 bet on the Cubs to beat the Brewers, and they won, but I didn't cash it within 60 days, so they voided the bet. So you have 60 days.
Does that parlay stuff? Do you do it online?
You go to the
Well-
Oneida Casino.
So yeah, so
You
the deal
literally have
is,
to go there.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have like little gaming machines, and it's a touch screen, and you touch who you want.
so just for the people at home, or at least in the Wisconsin area, we unfortunately don't have DraftKings, but it's legal in every state around us. Whatever. But here, the Oneida Sportsbook, the Oneidas have control over all the sports betting, and the only place you can legally do it is at the casino by the airport. It's strange, but honestly, we're lucky just to have it in the state because there's a lot of laws and legalities, and yeah, it really shouldn't be happening, but it is, so we'll take it. They do have an app too, but you have to be a gold member at the casino, which means you have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars. So, and the catch is to use the app, you have to be at one of their properties anyway. So, kind of dumb.
Run in, do your parlays, and run out.
Bingo! Don't hit the slots. I've made that mistake once before. Once, twice, 7 times.
Once. Every time we
is-
go.
Yeah, I'm not doing it this week. I'm putting it myself and I'm leaving because I
Right.
wasn't wiping my ass with $20. Let's get into football though. We've talked about
Whatever way
everything.
to pleasure your ass, Al.
Problematic.
All right.
And I
so
didn't
let's-
mean that in no derogatory way. I'm just saying a fact.
no,
Fact?
never mind. Let's move on. You're good. You're good. I may have misheard you. Again, my internet's garbage. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about week 4 football. So I nailed the Cincinnati thing. You guys were all hot and heavy on the Dolphins. Now, the Tua thing. Dustin and I talked about it last night on the Lockdown Corner podcast. Make sure you subscribe on Apple and Spotify. Make sure you also rate and review. But the other Bralts here and down there, we didn't get your takes on the Tua thing since last time we talked. So please, I don't care who starts, but someone
He should have never been playing on Thursday.
All right.
It's all bullshit that it was a back problem. That guy was. You don't walk like that after you have a back spasm. I've had them. You don't. When you walk up and your whole body goes limp like you have no bones, that's
That
That's
is
up
not
here.
back. Yeah.
That's up here, and then he stands up and he walks 2 more steps and he goes down, and thank God 2 linemen were there, or he would have went down again. And I don't know who the quack doctor the Dolphins have that said,
Well, I
he's
believe
fine.
he is
That
now
guy should be
fired.
brought out to the backyard and
I also believe that the doctor is fired. I can look that up, but
I did. I
He
think I
is.
heard he got fired. Yeah.
He
There's
was.
no way he
He
should have been. There's no way in hell he should have been brought back out and play and would be available to play. No way.
And that CTE doctor that made the big whole thing back then said he should retire because if he gets hit again, he could be totally nuts the rest of his life. I mean,
I
when you
saw
see
that.
him down on the thing where that's not right. That's nah. And his
That was
head
a
hit the
huge
ground.
mistake.
His head hit the ground the same way it did the first time. That is inexcusable.
And to the NFL's credit, although they probably shouldn't get a ton of credit for this, they do change things, and they are changing the policy. But unfortunately, it takes a lot of public pressure and a quarterback to have his hands all wrinkled on the field. Like they do adjust, but it takes way too long and too much public pressure. Just change the rules.
Yeah, but the rules right now are changed that he should not have been playing.
Fair
The
enough.
doctor that made if you read everything, the doctor that made he's okay, he can go, ain't even a freaking head doctor. He wasn't even I don't want to say certified. That's not the wrong.
Neurologist.
Yeah, he's not the dude, man. he shouldn't have been making that.
No,
Watch the damn video, and it's only 3 days later he's back on the football field. No, he was under, and they were under investigation yet. How could you don't go play when you're under investigation yet? No, wrong.
Yeah, and I mean,
That's
obviously,
a big law.
yeah.
Sorry, Al. If Tua doesn't play anymore the rest of his life, he's got a huge ass lawsuit coming his way.
He's got one already, even if he continues to play. Probably less so, but you know what I mean? He can, if he wanted to do something, he could. And also, speaking of, what's up with the NFL doctors? There's this quack for the Dolphins. Did we all forget that Tyrod Taylor almost lost a lung last year from the team doctor? What is up with these team doctors? I don't know.
It's all about this because they probably make more if that's probably you keep our players healthy and on the field. Maybe we'll give you a little bonus. I don't know how it is. That's my own opinion, but think about it.
I think it all comes down to money, and that's probably the sad thing for the players and for the teams. But happier things, is there any games that stood out to you? I was going to try and go game by game, but we're already 10 minutes in, and we haven't even started really the whole thing. So is there any games from week 4 that stood out to you guys? I think for me, Ravens, Bills pulled her out at the very end. Harbaugh had an opportunity to just kick the field goal and take the lead, and he didn't. He got scared of Josh Allen and company, and the Ravens end up losing. Although they covered. The Ravens were +3. They covered. So, well, a push, but still, depending on what sportsbook you use, I suppose. But that game started. Pittsburgh, holy cow, the Kenny Pickett era is here, but woof. Steelers are in the conversation for worst team in the league, and I don't think that's a hot take at all. Carolina, Baker Mayfield looks terrible. I think that experiment is done. What else?
I said that at the beginning.
Yeah, I
said Baker Mayfield's a freaking Johnny Manziel in new clothing. He's junk.
Manziel was more mobile, it appears. Just terrible. Sunday night, Kansas City 41-31 over Tampa. I mean, that was the one game we all unanimously took that game last week. We were all in Kansas City, although Tampa looked a little better.
Banged up.
Yeah, their defense actually.
They got a washed out quarterback. Brady ain't nothing like he used to be. He just
Well, that's age, but also he's got off the field stuff that you wonder how much. And I don't look. We don't have to talk about that, and I'd rather not because I don't feel comfortable speculating because I don't know, but that probably affects him too. And then Monday night, 49ers take care of the Rams. That was kind of the other highlight. But anything for you guys that stood
the game? I think the Packer game. I can't believe they went to overtime against New England. Oh my God!
They should have.
Third string quarterback. The freaking guy don't even know the playbook, and he's making the Packers look stupid.
That damn soft coverage at the end of games drives me nuts. Get up on these guys and play some bump and run. Stop sitting back 10 yards. A third string quarterback can pick you apart.
The prevent defense made Bailey Zappa look pretty damn good.
You can be a third string guy, and if they're playing off that far, well, shit, I can go in there probably and throw some out passes. I mean,
no, you couldn't. Sometimes the guy had to roll out a few times. Your knees ain't gonna make that.
Well, in my heyday.
Yeah, two steps and crunch. He goes down Frazier.
He's gonna get
I'd probably run into some big ass defensive end that would kill me. What it would be, yep.
But that's the game that stood out to me. I mean, the other ones were there, but that one, I'm watching that game. I'm like, this is what.
One of the games is that San Francisco Rams game. That San Francisco seems to have the Rams number.
Garoppolo's back.
I mean, they beat them consistently, and they had some big plays. The play with Debo and
as ugly as Garoppolo can look, sometimes in that offense, he looks pretty damn good. He reminds me of a modernized Jim McMahon. McMahon was one of the worst quarterbacks ever, but he played. You know, he his team made him better.
Are you just saying that because Sean's gone? You're throwing a little Chicago Bear bone.
It's Brandon. Just tell him I'm on. I'll call him later.
We're not live or anything, so everyone just heard that.
I'm gonna put a pizza order in if you guys don't mind. I'll be right back.
Get a couple beers with you.
Meatloaf. You want some?
I don't know what she does back there.
Meatloaf.
Ma!
Stat of the day: Shanahan versus McVay all time. Shanahan has the upper hand. They've faced each other 9 times. 7 wins for Shanahan, 2 for McVay. So I think actually Sean and Chris were the ones on the Rams last week. Are they that good, or is LA just not that good? Stafford looks washed.
Stafford, I think Stafford's hurt. He's got a bad elbow.
That might be.
I just think
elbow.
They took out that wide. They took out the wide receiver that Woods ain't there. That go-to guy. You know what I mean? That's
good.
Stafford does not have that. Higbee is not going to be that guy.
So what do you think Cooper Kupp is?
Well, you can't. It's like Rodgers and Devontae. You can't feed the guy consistent. I mean, it's constant, but they're still getting catches. It works.
Okay, yeah, it works. 24-9. It doesn't work.
Well, again, that
Kupp at 122 yards. Kupp at 122 yards receiving, and they can't. They can't do it. There's nobody to offset that guy. See, in Green Bay, Adams had Jones. There's always that other guy. They don't have anybody.
That was going to be my counterpoint, was that they can't run the ball.
Cam Akers is a bust.
So you put Kupp with Woods. There's 2 guys right there. You can't cover. You can't do both, because if you do both, you're going to have a running game. That's why they don't have a running game. They only got a double cover, 1 wide receiver. They don't.
They need to get. They're getting Odell back.
Well, we don't know that for sure. That's the assumption. And actually, so it's a negative game script for the Rams. So these numbers are a little skewed, but against the 49ers as a team, 18 rushes for 57 yards. And Stafford threw the ball 48 times. Well, that's because they didn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
They were behind. So kind of deceiving there. But all right, I think it's time. We talked about last week. Let's look ahead. Where's the sounder? Here it is. Let's get into the Big 5 this week.
Do you like winning money? Or do you prefer to set it on fire? Well, either way, you're in luck. Here's this week's edition of Big Al's Big 5. Let's win some money.
Winchesters.
I prefer to burn it.
Well, this week, you might as well set it on fire. The spread or the slate this week is not great. And we'll start kind of a weird game. The Chargers are going to Cleveland. Cleveland, 2.5-point favorites at home. I've really gone back and forth on this one. I think Cleveland's going to be able to run the ball. I thought they would against Atlanta. I guess I'm really only doing this because Herbert's a little banged up, as are the Chargers as a whole. They seem to lose people every week. So I'm going to take Cleveland because I think they can win by a field goal at home. I don't feel good about it, though, at all.
I don't. Yeah, the whole slate this week is tough, but I think I'm going to hang with the Chargers.
It's rough.
I'm going to go with the Chargers on this one.
You can go, Dustin. Age before beauty. Or beauty before age, whatever the hell it is. I got age and beauty on you, so fuck you.
Well,
you're so old.
I'll roll with it, but I'm gonna go with the Chargers on this one. I think Justin Herbert and company are gonna come to town and just air it out against this poor Cleveland defense without Myles Garrett.
Oh, good point.
No Keenan Allen again.
Again?
Yeah, I think he's out again.
Fantasy, he's junk.
What the hell? Like, what is wrong with him? Like, how
He's got
is
a
he still
hamstring.
Oh my god!
I've got him on 3 of my fantasy teams, and he's benched.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah,
I like the Chargers too. I just like Eckler. Eckler's has been doing a lot. I mean, hell, the last game he was a stud of the year, but I think Herbert's going to go.
It's 2 mediocre teams. This is almost a pick 'em.
And I'm going to go with the
Cleveland's
better back
getting it
and
because it's
quarterback.
home. That's the only reason
Well, I
Cleveland's
mean, they
getting
got
points.
Chubb, but
Well, Chubb, yeah, but
Chargers
So,
got a
who
better
are you going
defense.
with? My internet crapped out. Sorry, everyone at home. But
Chargers.
San Diego Superchargers. Charge. All right.
that's
So
San Diego. You got to put a buck in the kitty.
Huh?
You said San Diego Chargers. You got to put a buck.
Oh
in the
no,
can.
that's a sound effect. I don't know where it's from, but one of my podcasts I listened to, they played this guy going, San Diego Superchargers, charge. I don't know where it's from, but it's hilarious.
I'm pretty sure it was like their slogan
anyway,
thing when they were at San Diego.
I mean, that would make
Yeah,
sense.
when Kellen Winslow was there and Dan Fouts.
Yeah, Dan Fouts.
Probably from forever ago.
It's
If I can
because you're
find
not
the clip-
holding anything back.
If I can find the clip, I will make sure to add it into the Sounders for next week.
You
And
know,
then
Dan,
Sean not
you
here,
know.
but Sean did send his picks in. Sean took Cleveland, so he's with me. We both got
Idiot.
Cleveland. Next up, a weird game, and I wanted to throw this in the slate because a couple of frisky team facing Bailey Zappi, perhaps Detroit going to New England. New England 3-point favorites at home. I went back and forth on this one. Detroit's really banged up right now, and their defense is terrible. So the Patriots are going to be able to run the ball, but I don't really know who's playing quarterback for New England. If it's Zappi, I didn't see a lot last week to impress me, but again, it was kind of a weird circumstance. I don't love betting on road teams in Foxborough, but I think Detroit can keep this game close. So I'll take the value here. I'm going to take Detroit, but I think New England wins. But I'll take the points with Detroit.
I'm on the Detroit. Give me Goff and Hawkinson.
Yeah, I'll take Detroit. I just think you got a veteran quarterback. You got a good running game right now because Swift is gone. They're better with Jamal back there, and Hawkinson's lighting it up right now. New England sucks.
I think Amon is questionable for the game. St. Brown.
Yep.
Amon Ra. It's day to day for him.
Chark is questionable.
Yeah.
There's a lot of just key injuries this year, and
Well, their whole wide receiving crew is hurt in Detroit.
I mean,
but
I don't think there's a team that's really super healthy.
Weirdly, Green Bay is healthy. They're getting guys back. They're sitting pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. Injuries have been terrible so far.
and New England took that team right to overtime.
Yeah.
I will never be able to explain the Bailey Zappi experience. I've never been so infuriated watching a game. But I talked about that yesterday. So if you want my thoughts on the Packer and New England game, go check out the Lockdown Corner podcast, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook. Dustin, are you going to join the rest of us? Because Sean was also in Detroit.
Oh, was he? Okay, I was waiting for these guys to get done chit-chatting. But I don't know if I can do this, but I'm going to say it's going to be a push. I think it's going to be a push. I really do. I don't know if I can do that.
For your life.
Really? I'll take Detroit then. I don't like I don't like either of these teams. I really think it's gonna be a push. I think it's gonna be 3 exactly.
Well, then I guess you'd take Detroit in the points.
Yeah.
So, technically, sure. But anywho, we're all on Detroit. This next one is another bizarre line. Dallas and the Fighting Cooper Rushes go to LA to face the Rams. The Rams are 3.5-point favorites at home. I hate what I've seen from the Rams, but Cooper Rush on the road. I know he did it once. He beat the Giants. Congratulations. I'm going to take the Rams here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take Dallas here because I think Micah Parsons is going to be a problem for the Rams. They can't run the ball, and Dallas's defense is legit. And I haven't been impressed with the Rams defense. So I'm going to go Dallas here. And let me tell you, I hate myself. This is, I heard this phrase today, and I'm going to classify it for this game. It is a close your eyes special. It's gross. I don't want to watch it, but it's Dallas. I'm going to close my eyes and pray for the best. So give me Dallas in the old closed eyes special.
I'm gonna give the Rams another shot here. They're at
Again,
home.
you're riding with the Rams.
You know what? That's like riding with Michigan. That's why your parlay is going to lose this weekend too.
I'm probably not going to pick this game in my parlays, but I'm gonna give the Rams a shot. They got beat. They're not going to get embarrassed at home again. I'm going to roll with the Rams one more time. I can't do any worse.
You shouldn't have put this on the docket. I hate this game
Yeah, this is a bad game.
because, like you said, they're at home. Do they get embarrassed again?
It's terrible. Terrible.
But
They're going to be mad.
I just think I'm going to take Dallas just because of the defense, because they've shown nothing. Cup is the only
And you're
thing they
getting
got.
points.
Yeah, Cup is the only thing they got, and Higbee's that little far end like trainer. Between Akers and Henderson, they haven't done shit on the ground. You know, it's a hit or miss, and you got a damn good defense in Dallas. I agree with Al. Micah Parsons is going to be lighting it up,
But I think that Ram defense might get the Cooper Rush.
That Ram defense hasn't shown shit all year. No, fuck that. I don't trust that Ram.
They still got Aaron Donald.
Yep, and that's one guy. I don't think their defense is overrated.
The Rams. So it's a value play for me.
Al, I'm with you. Dustin, what do you
give me the
think?
Rams.
We ain't letting you.
I'm
Dustin
not going to lock
talk at all.
this game in. I'm not going to lock this game in. I'm just saying. So if you bet the money line, so this is just Dallas just to outright win. Let me look up the odds here, courtesy of our friends at DraftKings. Plus 195. So bet 10 to. Is that right? No, I did my math wrong. It doesn't matter. But plus 195, basically 2-1 odds.
I have the Rams at -5.5.
That's the spread. I'm talking money line.
Oh, okay.
Just straight winning. So Dallas is plus 195. So essentially 2-1.
No, I'm
Double
talking
your money.
You got -3.5 here.
Oh, so that line must have moved in the last couple of days in favor of the Rams, or I mistyped it. Well, no, because I did that yesterday. So the line moved 2 points.
The one I'm looking at is -5.5 right now.
That's
If
I'm
it's
also
5.5, then I would jump on the Dallas bandwagon.
Yeah, now I feel better about Dallas, honestly.
If they're giving 5.5, I would go with Dallas.
Yeah, you're right. So that line is moved from yesterday, or I miswrote it, which is very possible. But let me just change that.
You don't make mistakes.
Well,
we still love you, Al.
There we go. Now it's
all
changed.
right. Mark me down for Dallas.
All right, so you're off the Rams now. You're going to Dallas.
Oh yeah, jump ship now.
Well, gonna give
5.5
me
is a big number for the Rams.
Well, let's see what Dustin has to say. He's patiently being quiet there.
I'm waiting for my turn, like a good boy. I'm in Jody's daycare, so I gotta behave. Otherwise, I'm not gonna get snack time. Okay.
You want some milk?
I'm gonna go with Dallas in this one. Like you guys said, I just don't trust the Rams. Like, I would love to put the Rams in this one just because, like you guys said, like, are they gonna get embarrassed twice at home? Like, you think not, but they look terrible. They look really bad. Like, they just don't look like a good football team right now. Just plain and simple.
So you're on Dallas.
I mean, their defense, Dustin, their defense just don't look what it was touted to be before the season started.
No,
it's not there.
Their receiving core with Bobby Wagner is supposed to be all that, but they got the corpse of Bobby Wagner at this point. Like, the best play he made all season was hitting that fan on the field.
He's getting sued by.
That's a good hit.
Yeah, he's getting sued too, so really it wasn't a good play. But
Well, I mean, he's getting sued, but he'll get out of that pretty quick because I don't know what the legalities are. I know a lawyer, but she's on a plane to Hawaii or in Hawaii. I wonder what the legality is of that because he was in a place he shouldn't have been, and you could argue that it was a self-defense thing. I don't know. I don't get these animals. Look, I love animals. I get it, animals' rights, but what are we doing here? There's people that glue. I don't know if you saw this in the NBA. That was just like last February, March. Some lady glued her hand to the floor at a Timberwolves game. It's just I don't know what we're doing. What are you trying to prove? You just look like a moron, and you're not raising awareness because you're going to end up in jail. But anywho, I digress.
Problematic.
Also, hey, Dad, could you not show nude people on the screen? That'd be great.
There wasn't nude people.
I saw someone's rear.
Oh, Aaron's got her jammies on.
I saw someone's hiney.
Problematic.
All right, moving on.
Got shorts on.
I was just kidding. All right, moving on. Cincinnati
Sure.
goes to Baltimore. Baltimore 3-point favorites at home. Baltimore,
That's another one.
I'm going to go with Baltimore here, and I'll tell you why. I think they're really upset because they had that game last week and they blew it. Cincinnati, they won last week, and I was, again, I'm going to pound my chest for that one because I nailed it, but they
We
still
throw
don't.
this back in the bag.
Huh?
Can we
No,
throw this back in the bag?
No, I had. Oh, you're talking about the game itself. Never mind. I like Baltimore here. They're at home. Sorry, I misunderstood. My Wi-Fi is garbage, so I'm getting like bits and pieces. So yeah, Baltimore at home. They're not going to lose twice at home. Cincinnati doesn't look all the way there yet, so give me Baltimore here pretty easily.
This is another one of those hard ones.
Yeah, I can see it going either way.
I mean, I
I don't have a good choice.
I could see Burrow and the boys going in there and taking care of business.
So you're on Cincinnati. Got to make
plus
a pick.
3. Give me Cincinnati plus 3.
You know what? This to me, tease candidate. I would put Cincinnati in a tease tomorrow. 6-point tease to bring them to +9. Absolutely. I would go Cincinnati in a tease. Prime tease candidate.
It's 3.5 minus 3.5 on the one I got now.
According to DraftKings, as of right this moment, I got Baltimore by 3. According to DraftKings. So
I like Cincinnati. I think they're going to go over the top.
Dustin, will you join me, or am I going to be a lone wolf this week?
I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna go Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this team. I think it's a good team, especially their offense, so explosive. And Cincinnati kind of hasn't proved that they can stay consistent this year so far. They kind of been really shaky, kind of haven't been able to put it together. And like their big plays were honestly lucky plays. They really haven't been like fully fluid yet. So I guess until Cincinnati can show me they can be what they were in the past, I guess I'm gonna go with the other team.
Well, Baltimore is going to have to lean on Mark Andrews because Duvernay is their top receiver right now.
Well, Bateman's there. Bateman's been solid.
Yeah, but I think he's day to day right now.
Of course he is. Everyone. I'm just going to assume everyone's day to day at this point.
My fantasy teams are fucked for this next week. Let me tell you that.
Oh yeah, I'm screwed. Mine are terrible.
Yeah.
Take Jonathan Taylor first pick. Yeah, good idea.
Well, it's
I have him in 2 leagues.
It's terrible.
But I have Josh Jacobs in the other one, so I'm good.
I just want to say, are we sure Jonathan Taylor's bad, or are the Colts bad? Because I'm pretty sure
Colts are bad.
I'm pretty sure it's a Colts problem.
It is a Colts problem.
They who do they got this week? Because I looked at that line for a little bit too. They have. Oh, I just saw it. Where'd it go? They play tonight against Denver.
They got Denver tonight.
I stopped at the casino and put a large bet on Denver -3 and also the under, because which of these teams is going to score 25 points? The answer is 0. So the under, I think, it's a lot.
I think you're wrong out. When 2 teams like this get together, it could be a huge scoring game because they.
Do you trust Matt Ryan on the road to put up 20 points? This version of Matt Ryan, that is?
No, they don't have Taylor. No,
he's not Matty Ice anymore.
They don't have Taylor. And the problem with Indianapolis, they put everything on Taylor. They don't have any receivers. I mean, your tight end is Mo Alley Cox. I mean,
but you know who they do have? Michael Pittman, aka Pity City.
Built this city.
So, but
is he even back yet?
Pittman? Yes, he played last week. He only had I want to say it was 6 fantasy points for, I don't know, PPR was 3 and 30 or something. It wasn't impressive. But they have no one else to go to. So, no, I just.
Yeah, Taylor, Al, you're right. Taylor got hurt, and they were like,
And they're all pro guard. Quentin Nelson's been awful. I think Denver's going to eat tonight, but I don't think they're going to score. Neither team's going to score more than 20. So I love the under, and I got Broncos at 3. Hallelujah. Because I think the Broncos win, and I don't think it's particularly close. 17-3.
What did Sean pick?
Oh, yeah. I didn't give out his last couple picks. So Dallas at the Rams, he's got Dallas. Cincinnati, Baltimore, he took Cincinnati. What game? Oh, yeah, Cincinnati. We got sidetracked by Denver, Indianapolis. Yeah. So for this game, Baltimore, Cincinnati, getting back to our original game, he's got Cincinnati. So Dustin and I are on Baltimore. You 3 old farts are on Cincinnati.
Wow, that's offensive.
Oh, sorry.
Problematic.
That's a Sunday night game. So that should be pretty fun. Sunday night game. So we'll switch to Monday night. Monday night, Kansas City at home, 7-point favorites against the Vegas Raiders, coming off their first win of the year what did the Raiders
I think it was their first win.
No, they lost the Titans. You're right. It was their first win
last
week. You're right. So, yeah. So, Kansas City.
Fuck that, Devontae.
What does Devontae have to do with it?
Well, I'm glad. I'm so happy he's with his new team, and they're losing.
Well,
He'd be winning in Green Bay, but whatever.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I think he'd make a difference in Green Bay.
He would.
sticking to this game, Kansas City 7-point favorites at home. Kansas City's rolling. I'm not betting against them. Only a touchdown favorite at home. You could tell me this line's 10, and I'd think, okay, 10 points. Great. Yeah. Kansas City, 7 points at home. Lock it in.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
And that is a
You know what-
clean
you know
sweep.
what? The Raiders have guys there, but they ain't on all cylinders or something.
Something
Not yet.
screwed up there.
You got Jacobs, you got Adams, you got Waller. How do you? And Carr ain't a bad quarterback. He's not top echelon, but he's not a bad quarterback. There's worse out there, and they can't find any rhythm at zero.
Yeah,
absolutely zero rhythm.
Yeah, and right now, Kansas City, especially off Monday night, big win.
And
you could argue it's a letdown spot, but I don't believe it, and I'm going to keep. It's kind of the same with Buffalo. Buffalo this week, I didn't put it on the slate, but Buffalo and Kansas City, I'm going to keep betting them until they lose. Buffalo, 14.5-point favorites against the Steelers at home. That's a big line, so I'd almost be tempted to tease the Steelers to get them to like 21. So 3 touchdowns Buffalo would have to win by. So maybe a teaser candidate, but I don't really want to throw Kenny Pickett in his first start on the road in Buffalo in a tease. It's a little dangerous to me. But yeah, no, Kansas City. We're all in Kansas City. Sean's got Kansas City. So there you go. Not a lot of diversity this week. We're pretty much all in lockstep except for the Chargers and Cleveland game. And it looks like the Baltimore-Cincinnati game. But otherwise, we're pretty much agree across the board. So not a very fun Big Five this week because we all kind of agree. But that brings us to our next segment, which is...
It's time to tempt fate. Hold up! Here's this week's Bag of Chaos.
Got to stir these up so some of these teams at the bottom get picked. All right.
How's the
So-
standings in the old Bag of Chaos?
Funny you mentioned. I was just going to get to that. Sean lost his first game last week. He had the Bears in New York against the Giants. That didn't pan out. So we are all sitting at 3-1. We are all tied at 3-1. The Bag of Chaos has not been very chaotic. So yeah, we'll draw for Sean first since he's not here. So good luck to
I just want
Sean.
to make a note. I've never thrown back in that bag yet, and I'm 3-1.
I don't understand. So let's just to review.
I'm just gonna say something. I have not thrown back because I
So-
know I'm here.
You took Cooper Rush last week, paid off. You took Buffalo. Well, you had Buffalo and they lost. That was that weird Miami game. You took the Giants.
that's up here.
The Giants week 2. I don't remember who they. Oh, they played Carolina. And week 1, you took the Commanders, and you got to win. You took the Commanders and won. You got to your ass.
Strike opposed. There's nothing to it.
Yeah, I don't understand, but all right, we'll go for Sean first. All right, I know he likes a good rummage, so I'll give him a good rummage. All right, I have a helmet. He's got the Bills. The Bills, 14.5-point favorites, biggest favorite of the weekend. So Sean's going to keep the Bills. I think that's pretty easy. You're welcome, Sean. Enjoy Hawaii. All right, next up, let's Parlay Kid. We'll go around the horn here. Get my banner off the screen. All right. We go to the Parlay Kid. Who are you hoping for this week? Now Buffalo's off the board.
I'm hoping for. Oh boy, I don't know. See what
A
you get.
lot of close games. All right.
I was hoping for Buffalo.
I have a helmet. It is the Raiders, 7-point dogs on the road in Kansas City.
Throw it back.
Throwing it back. All right.
Throw
That
it
was
back.
all right. Next up, we have.
Give me the
and you're
Raiders
locking
again.
This team, I know you like a good rummage. So rummage. All
Better
right.
not be the Raiders again.
The G-Men in London against the Packers.
Great. Why don't you just
They
give
are
them the trophy?
8.5-point dogs on a neutral field.
I don't know.
Yep.
You know what? There's some of the Packers that were pissing and moaning about going to London.
Well,
You know what I say to that?
that's a loss.
You know what? Cash your fucking paycheck and go to London and play football.
Exactly.
You're getting a free fucking trip to London. Stop your fucking crying, you big babies.
And on that note, Jody's turn for the bag. Is he going to keep it this week?
Give them the Jets. Jets.
Oh, the Packers.
Come
And
on.
Keep in the pack, Jet.
Yeah, that's an easy one. So
Great.
Want to put a wager on it, Chris? Huh?
No, I don't at all.
only if it's in a parlay will he bet on it. Nothing straight.
Not
All right,
straight.
let's go to Dustin next. Dustin will draw
Give them the Jets. Carolina.
The Saints. The New Orleans Saints. They are playing the, if I can find it. Where the heck are they? Oh, they are at home, 5.5-point favorites against the Seahawks.
Oh, Seahawks.
I like the Seahawks in that
Do
game.
you dare bet against
I like
Geno
the Seahawks.
Smith
Geno
on the
Smith
road?
is playing good.
I like the Seahawks.
God, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I'll take the Saints. Saints are at home, correct?
Oh, he's keeping it. Saints are favored by 5.5.
They're
They're
terrible.
at home, right?
They're at home, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll take it.
Saints
I'll take
are
it.
terrible.
All right, Saints. And finally, yours truly. We've only had one throwback so far. God, please not the Jets.
Jets or Carolina?
I'm the only one that's drawn the Jets so far.
Carolina.
Oh, boy, the Commanders. The Commanders are 1.5-point dogs, home doggies to Tennessee. I'm throwing it back. They are terrible. Also, Tennessee only 1.5-point favorites when they're starting to kind of figure it out now. I kind of like that one. That one might be one I bet on this weekend. All right, I am stuck with the Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons are playing. This one I think was a weird game. Oh, Jesus. They're on the road in Tampa Bay taking on Tom Brady and company, and I'm stuck with Atlanta. So that blows. So it looks like Pops and I are going to be at the bottom after this week and leading the clubhouse for that $50 donation to Empowered Tutoring. Thank you. Oh, God. Hopefully Atlanta's frisky. They've been pretty frisky, so maybe I got a shot. All right.
Frisky. What do you mean frisky? What do you mean
They're just
frisky?
frisky. They kind of hang around. They hang around. They're competitive. They're in every game. It's just frisky. They're probably not going to win, but
You're gonna get
they're
killed.
around.
Yes,
They're probably going to get killed.
They're gonna get
They
beat.
are.
Brady's got all his weapons back.
Yeah, not great. All right. Finally, our lock of the week.
It's time to put the kids to bed and put your money where your mouth is. Here are the locks for this week.
Let's try it again. Locks of the week.
It's time to put the kids to bed and put your money where your mouth is. Here are the locks for this week.
All right, let's start with the parlay kid. Who do you have? Who are you locking in this week to try and bust your 0-4 slump?
I'm locking in the game we just talked about, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay 10-point favorites.
Tampa
at
Bay to
home
destroy
against
Atlanta.
So if you're at home, bet Atlanta.
Yeah, that probably would be
That's
the worst
the trend.
idea.
If someone bet against you and all your locks, they would be crushing it this year.
I would. I've been
So on
struggling.
this one, we don't take the points on this one, right? We just win.
No, you gotta. It's a.
No,
it's
you
a
take the
full spread.
points.
Yeah.
Tampa's lighting them up.
So Tampa by 10. That's a big spread. Typically, I mean, I almost like Atlanta in a tease spot there because Tampa hasn't been great. So
Yeah,
Atlanta
but
might.
he's getting all his guys back now.
Yeah, but if you can get Atlanta by 16, a little 6-point tease action.
Well, we're not
kinda
talking about a tease. We're talking about 10.
I know. I'm saying as a tease candidate, I like them. Straight up though, yeah, I'm kind of with you. But 10's a lot of points. Let's go to Jody now. Your lock this week.
All right, I have a question. Is Dalvin Cook out or is he playing?
That is
I
a
think
good
Cook
question.
is playing.
I can Google it quick while you're thinking out loud.
Who does Minnesota have?
Chicago in Minnesota.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, my lock is Minnesota. Even if he's
That's
not playing, I think
Minnesota, the Vikings. Vikings are
Mom says
7.5-point favorites at home against the Bears.
I just think,
Yeah, they're crush the Bears.
Minnesota's my lock.
Safe. And
Even
the
if
Bears,
Dalvin Cook's
are we
not
sure they're
playing,
gonna
they
score
still have
something?
Madison.
Right, and I don't like the
But Madison's
7.5
not bad.
points. The 7.5 points kind of scares me, but I'm going to go with it.
I don't think the
Chicago's
Bears can
bad.
score 7 points. The Bears
They're
might score
bad.
10 in this game. Yeah.
Fields doesn't throw the ball, and you got Montgomery and Herbert.
Herbert's taking off the lead role now. He's
I know they're giving.
their
He's
lead,
touching it.
lead
Yeah,
back.
yeah. I think I'm going to go with Minnesota.
Sorry. Yeah. So I have you down for Minnesota 7.5 at home. Since we were just talking about it, breaking news: Nyheim Hines just headed to the locker room to be tested for a concussion. So after exhibiting quote gross motor instability on the field, so the Tua rule's already taken off. But Nyheim Hines is out now for Indianapolis. So I love
Get my phone. I got to change my lineup.
Oh my God! I just fucking put him in two. I picked him up
You can
because
still
of his,
change it. We got time. We got
No,
time.
the game's locked in.
Pull it now, you dumbass.
Huh?
Hines is playing right now.
Yeah, if you play Nyheim Hines, it's over.
Oh,
He's
I thought it was 7:30.
No,
I have him in 2 fucking leagues. I'm in a guillotine
Damn
league.
Indianapolis.
I'm in a fucking guillotine league, and Hines is my goddamn quarter.
I
running back.
put him in because I had him behind Taylor. That's great. That's a 0.
yeah. So anyway, Dustin, your lock this week.
My lock is the 49ers going against the Panthers at a 6.5 favorite.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ooh.
They're gonna kill Carolina.
So Carolina, you just said it, but I want to make sure I look at the same thing here. Where are they? I can't find them here. This is what happens when you are live, folks. Oh, yes. Okay. So Carolina plus 220 on the money line, 6.5 points. The over-under is weird to me in this game. It's 39. So they don't believe. Well,
Carolina
I guess
can't score.
Carolina can't score, and I guess they're not really thinking San Francisco is going to put up a ton of points either on the road. Cross-country trip. Yeah, I guess, but just wanted to point that out. All right. So, I have Carolina written down for you. That's not right. Sorry, folks. I'm getting
Too late.
tired.
It's already down.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be something if Carolina actually won and I wrote down Dustin's on accident? That'd be the greatest thing of all time. All right. Sean did not give me a lock, so he's not going to participate this week.
He gets
Mine-
the Jets.
Sure.
Yeah, I second the Jets.
My third.
Who are the Jets playing? Actually, you want to know what's crazy? No, Tua's
That's a
not
close
playing.
line.
The line for the Jets game is Jets plus 3 at home. It's only 3.
Huh.
I know it's Teddy Bridgewater, but I guess the Jets have some weapons. The Jets aren't terrible, I suppose, but they beat Pittsburgh last week on the road with Zach Wilson. But plus 3, I don't know that I love that. Maybe a teaser candidate there, but I hate throwing Zach Wilson in a tease. Anyway, my lock. I said it earlier in the show. We are a little late because the game already started, but Denver here. Denver should absolutely dominate this game while also hitting the under. The Colts are terrible, and for that reason, this is pretty easy for me.
Well, they just lost their second. I mean,
Now they have
you
no
were picking
backs.
them before you picked them beforehand, but now it's a wash. I mean, you just lost your backup to Taylor. You're down to your third stringer,
Well,
and I think that's like
so this game's.
Domo Oligato, Mr. Robato.
Oh, I think I lost you. That's
Oh.
basically what I heard.
What a fight, huh?
Well, actually, the line. So now the live line right now, according to DraftKings, 6.5 for Denver. So that line jumped 3 points in the last 10 minutes. So, yeah, that was my lock before.
Very interesting.
Before
So, come over here.
tape back, and I love the under here too. I'm down. Hello. All right, we're gonna wrap the show because my internet's crapping out.
Turn off the internet.
All right, Denver and the under. That's my pick. We're going to wrap up because we're probably not going to last much longer. My internet's crapping out. So, thank you for watching this week's edition of Lockdown Gambling Show. We'll be back next week as always.
Peace out.
Follow us on all the socials. You already know them. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. make sure you follow there and subscribe on YouTube. We finally passed the 100 subscribers. That was really cool for us. Thank you for doing that. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review to our actual podcast, Lockdown Corner Podcast. Make sure you do that. Enjoy the games this weekend. They should be fun, even though it's kind of a crap slate. Enjoy the Packers in London, governor. And we'll see you next week. That's going to do it. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Good night.